What's up, guys? So, I did it. I hit 800 subscribers. All of us did it. You guys are so supportive. You guys decided to subscribe to me with the crappiest content I make. I don't really know what to say. Really. But tomorrow, which is basically today, me, I'm going to make a 1 hour video. And you guys may be asking, what 1 hour video? You guys have been asking and requesting for me to do a part 2 of Bakugo X Singer Listener. And I was of course going to do it, but I just wanted to wait a little bit. I was so close to 800 and I wanted an 800 special. So it's actually going to be 1 hour. This meaning more detailed, more explanatory, and just more content in general. I've done 1 hour videos before. I think, if I'm correct, a 2 hour video. Not completely sure. Probably did, probably didn't. I don't know. But, yeah. So, here's just something real quick. On the Todoroki Teen Mom, I'm going to restart part 1. Because, 1, I don't remember anything from it, and I don't want to go back in the video and look. Also, from what I remember, it was pretty crappy, and it was kind of hard for me. So, yeah. Also, one more thing, the Deku Teen Mom video should be up this week. If I have an idea for it, my mind has gone berserk. Because there's no drama going on or anything. So I need you guys to give me ideas for this. For that. So yeah. This video is called The Cuddles. You'll see in the video by what it means. Let's get straight on into the video. Also, if you want to help a girl out, subscribing would be very helpful. Who would have ever thought Shota Todoroki and me would be friends? You guys would be nemesis. Well, from the beginning of the year. At the sports festival, he had clearly declared to both you and Midoriya that he was going to try his best to beat both of you. Which he did beat Midoriya, but he didn't beat you. You ended up being second, him being third. Now, later on, you guys had started talking, and now you're in your second year, basically the bestest of friends. Some of your classmates still can't believe it. That being Dinky Kaminari, Mineta, Kirishima, and Toru. Now, you wanted to say, well, it was kind of just a coincidence. You know, after a while we had got used to each other from being in the same class, and then, we became friends. But that really wasn't the case. Or it was, just not for you. You wanted to become friends with him because you had the slightest crush on him. You had discovered this after the sports festival, after you accidentally made his shirt go off halfway. Now, if I don't say so myself, you could find him attractive in anything. And anything, I mean everything. Now, since you guys ran dorms because they thought it was safer for UA students, this would mean you and Shota would be even closer. Things you knew about Shoto was that he absolutely despised his father. And basically that was it. He despised him. Absolutely. If you're being so, upset yourself, you despised him too. Now, you placing second in the sports festival, you had also been kidnapped at the time when Bakugo was kidnapped. You being saved by Todoroki, Midoriya, Yaoyorozu, and Ida, and, Kirishima. This made you even closer with him. You had soon made a bond to where, if anything was wrong, you guys were there for each other. And this is where it comes to now. The nightmare you had just had. Everything went wrong. The plan that they had executed to save you went wrong. Both you and Bakugo couldn't catch their hands. You couldn't catch Midoriya's, and he couldn't catch Kirishima's. And it just went wrong from there. You fell. Bakugo fell. You both died. That was the end. You had woke up sweating, and you had opened your door to see Bakugo out. Same thing, huh? He said. If you're talking about the fucking nightmare, then yes, he said. I'm going back in my room. You don't tell anybody about this, he said. I won't say a word if you don't. Both you and Bakugo was similar in a way. You had actually became somewhat friends with him too. You guys both had short tempers, and you both knew that you never wanted to be presented as weak. He could easily go back in his room, stay in there for an hour in silence, and go back to sleep. You, on the other hand, you couldn't. You had quickly went to Mina's room, but she wasn't in there. That's when you remember. Some of the girls, Cho, Mina, Ochako, and one other girl who you had clearly forgot, was all having a sleepover. You didn't want to be participated because you just didn't. You had no idea where to go. Maybe I can go to Shoto's room, you said. But he's probably sleeping. That wouldn't be a good idea, you said. You had started walking to Shoto's room when, while he was on his floor, you saw him already out. Oh, listener, what are you doing here? He said. I was actually coming to your dorm. Why are you out? You said. Just needed a walk. Couldn't really sleep, he said. And why were you coming to my door? He said. I might have had a nightmare, he said. I mean, you could come back to my dorm if you want, he said. Really, that would be great, he said. Yeah, just follow me, he said. You and him both went to his dorm. And this is where you guys had started talking. You just started talking about random things, and he had somehow, or both of you had somehow got to the topic of his father. And when he got on the topic about his father, you can see the slight tension between you and him just because he was angry at his father. And then it was silence. Complete, uttered silence. It wasn't awkward, it was comfortable. I should get back going to my room, he said. I don't think that's a good idea, he said. Why? Well, from what Eddie Rosa told me, they're having a sleepover and they was thinking about staying up overnight. And I'm telling you, if one of the girls saw you coming from my dorm, that would be hectic, he said. Right. I mean, you can sleep on my bed. I can sleep on the floor or something, he said. No, this is your dorm. That wouldn't be right, he said. I mean, then where are you going to sleep? He said. I can sleep on the floor, he said. Well, then that just wouldn't be right either. You two had finally came to the decision where you both was going to sleep in the same bed, just facing different directions. Good night, Shoto, he said. Good night, listener, he said. You had soon drifted off to sleep. You waking up the next morning to feel your body being, I guess you could say, hugged. And then you can see some red here at your neck. This is when you realized. Shoto? You said. You can hear him slightly move, but didn't continue from that. Shoto, he said. Didn't move. Shoto, he said a little bit louder. This is when he started moving. What? He said. Who would have known his morning voice was so ding on deep? You're cuddling me, he said. He had snapped back into reality and had quickly moved. I'm sorry, I thought it was a pillow, he said. It's fine, he said. Well, it looks like it's 7 a.m. and people should be getting back to the, or should be going to the common room soon, so I'll just, go back to my room. He said, getting up. Yeah, see you in class, he said. See ya. That was the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me, you said as soon as you got outside the door. You had quickly walked back to your room, luckily nobody noticing, and you had put some clothes on, your uniform. Class went by, everything was fine. For the past probably month and a half, the same thing had happened. But after half of the month, um, you guys had actually started cuddling to sleep. It wasn't just, you know, you falling asleep and him cuddling you. Because you had recently found out when after you fall asleep for a nightmare, if you did fall asleep again, you would have the same nightmare, waking up around 4, and, of course, being all sweaty. He had told you that if you two cuddled, that would most likely make things better, meaning that you would feel safe and you wouldn't have the nightmare. And he was right. You two cuddling didn't make anything wrong. It made everything right. This time, the girls had basically forced you to have a sleepover with them. meaning you weren't going to be with Shota. Shota? You said. Oh, hey, listener, something wrong? He said. Oh, no, well, the girls are basically forcing me to have a sleepover at Avery Woods' room, so I can't really, you know, he said. That's totally fine, he said. If you need anything, just call me, he said. You can hear a hint of devastation in his voice. It's okay, he said. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, he said. See you tomorrow. And he walked off. He seemed pretty hurt about that, he said. Yeah, he did. You hear the voice behind you? Jesus, Mina, you can't just sneak up on me like that, he said. But I'm sorry. But if we're being honest, he did look pretty sad. Sadder than usual. That's how he always looked, he said. Did you look him in the eye? If you looked him in the eye, he looked so sad, Mina said. Well, come on. The girls are waiting for us. She started dragging you. Why did I let you drag me into this? Okay, I think it's time we find out who our crushes are, Mina said. And then after we find out, we have to say one thing about the bond between the two, Mina said. Oh, God, he said. Well, since he said that, how about you go first, listener? Machoka said. Yeah, I think it'll be fun, Jaro said. You guys are gonna have to guess. Oh, so we can guess for everybody, right? Jaro said. Yeah, Mina said. Okay, so you're only close to 3 people. That is Todoroki, Bakugo, and Deku. So it has to be one of those 3. I honestly think Deku's not her type, Ashoka said. And I don't mean that in a bad way, she said quickly. Of course you didn't, he said. And you're correct, it's not him, he said. Well, you and Bakugo have a lot of things in common, so is it Bakugo? Ashoka said. No, he said. We can't forget about Tokiyami. Her and Tokiyami are kind of friends. They do talk on a daily basis, Jaro said. Yeah. So is it Tokiyami? Mina said. Nope. It's Todoroki! Yaoyorozu kinda yelled. Shh! I don't want anybody hearing. And people's probably asleep. It's like 2 in the morning, he said. You guys didn't have class tomorrow, so you guys were fine. Right, sorry. But do you really like Todoroki? She said, smiling. Yep. Okay, now tell us something between you two, like something that you guys bond. I don't really know if you would like me to share it, though, he said. Oh, come on! We won't tell anybody, we swear, Ashoka said. Fine. Cuddle, he mumbled. You what? Mina said. We cuddle? You cuddle? You and Todoroki cuddle? When? Mina said. Wait, you guys cuddle? That's so cute, Jaro said. We cuddle every night. That's why he was disappointed, Mina, he said. Oh, that's the thing he was talking about. You and him were gonna be able to cuddle that night. Yeah. Well, I think it's time for operation, Mina said. What operation? Code C, she said. Oh no, not Code C, he said. Code C meant, um, relationship help. Yeah, I know, you would be like, Code R, that's what it would mean, but no, it's Code C, well, with you girls. Okay, so they already cuddle. So they could either kiss, you could either kiss him and then confess, or confess, then let him kiss you, as Eka said. Is there any other ideas, please? He said. Well, I mean, there's another way. He does like soba, so you can ask him if you guys want to go get soba, and then when you're walking back to the dorms, you could confess to him and see what he thinks of you. Or I have another idea, Mila said. I can ask him, or somebody really, really close besides listener, how he thinks of listener. Then we can plan this out better, she said. I think that's a good idea, he said. Okay then. Well, let's continue. Who's next? Finding out that soon. Jara's crush was on Dinky. Yajiro's crush was nobody. Otoko's crush was obviously Deku, which they had actually found out earlier that night. And Mina's crush was Hiroshima. I don't know, but I still have the feeling that Yajirozu has a crush on Bakugo. I don't know why, he said. I don't. He's an angry Pomeranian. No, I don't, she said. Why are you saying it like that? He said. Mina was surprised. Yeah, usually when you deny stuff, you're very blunt about it, like Todoroki. Oh my gosh, she does. Oh my gosh, she does, Mina said. Okay, we're having another Operation Code C with this, he said. Okay, we're doing the same thing, right? Mina said. Yeah, we're gonna ask Bakugo's opinion, and yeah, I can ask him, he said. Yeah, you are close with him. Oh, God, she said. What? It'll be fun. I didn't think you guys would find out. It's kind of weird, right? She said. I mean, typically, yes, but that's your opinion. The next day, he was in the common room when Bakugo walked in. Hey, Bakugo, he said, getting up. What do you want, dumbass? He said. I need to ask you a very, very important question, he said. Get on with it. You're the only person I really tolerate besides shitty air, he said. Okay, what is your thoughts on Momoyai Rosu? He said. He had paused, face turning a light flush of red. Ooh, he said. Shut up, dumbass. If I tell you, you can't say anything. Just like the other thing, he said. I promise. The only thing I'm telling you is I think she's cute. And he walked away. I'm so telling the girls this, he said. The next night, you had gathered all the girls around who was in this. Okay, I found out something, he said. What? Bakugo thinks Yayorozu is cute, he said. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's happening, it's happening! Ochako said. He thinks I'm cute? Yayorozu said. Yeah, if I'm being honest real quick, I thought you liked Todoroki. I thought it was the other way around, Nina said. You thought I was gonna like Bakugo? He said. And you thought I was gonna like Todoroki? You and Yayorozu look at each other and start laughing. Well, I guess we're opposites. Okay. I know this might be weird, but I'm putting Nicoletta in charge. I'm putting Listener in charge and making sure that Bakugo and Yayorozu get together. What? Yayorozu said. Oh, I am so doing this, he said. As long as Yayorozu helps you get with Todoroki. What? Yayorozu is close with Todoroki. And last night, while he was asleep, she had told us girls that she had asked him how he feels about you. What did he say? He said. He thinks you're very kind. And then she kind of went a step farther than you did and asked if he would date you, and he said yes, he would be considering of it. Oh God, that's a lot, he said. Yeah, it is, and we're getting you together tonight. I don't think that's necessary, he said. Oh, it is definitely necessary. You guys had finally put the plan in action. You was gonna go cuddle him tonight, and then you was gonna ask him, or you was gonna confess to him, and then yeah. You guys were currently cuddling. Shota? He said. Yes, listener? He said. He sat up. I really like you a lot, and I didn't tell you this sooner because I didn't know what you think about me, he said, making it short and simple. That's why Yayorozu asked me, he said. Oh, about the if you would date me thing, he said. Yeah, all the girls were in on it, wasn't they? He said. Exactly. Well, I just have to say one thing, he said. He sits up and kisses you, which was very random. It was a short, simple kiss. Shocking, to be honest. So are we a thing now? He said awkwardly. Yes, we are, he said, bringing your bed down, continuing cuddling you. The next day, you had told the girls everything, since it was a Sunday. Okay. Now that my operation is done, it is now Yayorozu's operation, he said. Oh no, she said. Oh yes, and I have the perfect idea. Girls, follow me, he said. So basically, we're gonna lock all the doors in Bakugo's room. And how's that? Oh, like this. You snapped your fingers, having a direct copy of Bakugo's key. You had actually stole his key, which is very simple since sometimes you guys hang out and guys rant about random things. If you were being honest, Bakugo was kind of like a brother to you. Hashtag friend zoned. Okay. So Bakugo's in his room right now. You're gonna go in there. You're gonna say hey. Then we're gonna lock you in there. and you cannot come out until you confess and text us saying you have. Oh, but is this really necessary? She said. Yes, it is. He's not gonna let anybody talk to him. Besides me, of course. But the thing is, he's explosive, so he won't let you talk long enough, probably, without being locked into a room. So we're gonna lock you in there. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, she said. Okay, go in there, he said. She opens the door quietly. What are you doing in here? You heard Bakugo say. I needed to talk to you, she said all the way in the room. He quickly closed the door and locked it. What the hell, extras? Open the fucking door, he said. Where the fuck is my key? He said. Oh, Bakugo, I have it, he said. How the fuck do you have my key? He said. No reason. And nothing, he said. Come on, girls, let's go, he said. We're going to get ramen, since that was your favorite. Later that night, Rosa had texted Jill that she had confessed, and he had confessed to her back, and they was dating now. Exactly what you guys needed to happen. For the rest of the year, everybody was getting together with who they liked. And if you're being honest, everybody was happy. Bakugo was actually less explosive. I mean, yes, he still got mad at not being number one in some things, but in a lot of things, he wouldn't cuss a lot of people out anymore. There'd still be the occasional cuss out, but, that's kind of how it was. That's the end of the video. And no, I will not be doing a part 2 of this video. Before you start requesting it, I am not. I already have to do part 2s and probably part 3s of other videos, which is actually only 2 videos. But I do have to do a lot of other stuff for videos, which is kind of overwhelming me. Kind of my fault for making them. But yeah, don't come at me for doing that ship. The Bakugo X Yajirosa ship. Don't come at me. And the thing is, I was about to ship him with Mina, which would actually be more reasonable. But the thing is, I am freaking stuck on the ship of Kirishima and Mina. So look, if I take myself out of the MHA universe, okay, if it was just a normal one, I ship Kiribaku. But if I put myself in there, it's Kirishima and Mina, and me and Bakugo. I can't help it. But yeah, again, if you want to help a girl out, subscribe. You will really help. I'm telling you, recording a 1 hour video tomorrow is gonna be a pain in the butt. But hey, it'll be worth it in the end. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, or wherever you are, and peace.